Warning. The following content is intended for immature audiences only. The opinions of these two fine gentlemen should not be taken seriously at all.
The JTS 51 Podcast. Introducing your hosts, JT and Sai.
Hello and welcome to the JTS 51 podcast with your hosts. My name is JT and my colleague, my co-host is Sai. Sai, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, in case anyone's wondering, the reason we're laughing is because we've had so many technical issues again tonight. Do you know what? We have really upset the bloop ghost.
Oh, the ghost. Oh, no, that's it. Bloop. Every single time.
I was thinking earlier today, do you know what? I'm going to start off this episode by saying, let's try and make it through one whole episode without dropping something, breaking something, the tech falling down. You literally phoned me to start this thing today, right?
Yeah.
My screen froze. I was sitting there for ages. We started this episode. We're just riddled with problems.
Absolutely, mate. Honestly, it's been terrible. I don't know what's going on. Technology is it's never normally this bad. I swear to God, it's never normally this bad. But when you're actually doing something you care about and really want to do, that's when it starts playing up. Typical, isn't it? Typical.
It's funny because when I was a kid, I used to play in a band with a friend of mine. We were a bit rubbish. Doesn't matter, but. We always used to have this joke, like we'd pack all our kit away, and it didn't matter how well you packed your cables away. As soon as you got to the other end, that's it. You just got spaghetti everywhere. We were just like, we called it the Tangle Monster. So I reckon the Bloop Ghost and the Tangle, they're in cahoots, you know. Yeah,
they're cousins. I think they're cousins. Mate, to be fair, they're just, they literally just. They're in cahoots with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've invented the next Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah, let's pitch it to Disney. You know what I mean?
They need something to prop up their profits at the moment.
They're struggling, aren't they? They're struggling.
They're not doing great.
It's been quite a few busy few weeks. I know I was on holiday last week, Si, as you know. Took a week off. Me and my missus went to Cancun, which was
nice,
absolutely incredible, mate. Yeah, absolutely incredible. We've always wanted to go, never had a chance to go, so we thought this year, look, let's go and let's go enjoy ourselves in Cancun, and it was absolutely incredible, mate. Sea was amazing, like blue, beautiful sea. You know, white sand, absolutely incredible. And the hotel we stayed in was absolutely amazing. Honestly, it was absolutely amazing. It was a beautiful hotel. It was adults only, so there was no kind of kids running around.
You're making me jealous, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it was a great holiday, mate.
I'm on holiday.
That's, you know what it is. I think my missus, like, I personally don't mind the kids, but the only problem is my missus is around them year on, like every year. You know, I mean, year on year she's around them, so she goes, okay, you know what, just for this holiday, adults only. Let's enjoy ourselves.
There's only so much you can take before you're going to strangle little Johnny.
Exactly. I was thinking, what did you say there? I thought that was a euphemism. But no, that's fine.
Hey, I don't know what you call yours. We all know now. Is it little Johnny?
You said it, mate. You said it. No, it was honestly amazing trip.
I hope it's like irony. You know, like Little John isn't actually little. Is this where we get?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's absolute opposite. Let me tell you a little bit about the holiday, mate. So
I'm glad you finished that sentence with "Let me tell you a little bit about the holiday."
Holiday, yeah. I mean, we can take it off here if you want to go private personally. But yeah, let's.
Shall we at least go to dinner first, right?
Yeah, buy me a drink, mate. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what. So we landed, right? We landed in Cancun. Amazing. So we were told, like, you know, be aware of like pickpockets, thieves, that kind of stuff. You know, the usual stuff that you get told when you go on holiday. And some of this advice is from people that have never been there, so that's a bit weird. I don't know. Why you give me advice if you've never been there?
It's always brilliant when you start. Sorry, I was going to say it's always brilliant when you start your holiday, and instead of people saying, "Yeah, you know, go to these mountains, go and see this statue, whatever," it's no. Yeah. Careful of the pickpockets. Don't get shot.
Pickpockets, yeah, that's right.
Wear a slippery vest.
Don't take the drugs. Have you been there? No. But I heard of it. I'm like, oh no, mate. No. But mate, we landed, got our luggage, and we're walking through, right? And only problem is, right, so your phones don't really work there, so you're relying on Wi-Fi wherever you go. Yep. And if you do connect to your, you know, I'm with O2, so if you do connect to O2 out there, you get charged, because I think it's not one of the countries that O2 kind of They include in their packages. And to be fair, they're normally pretty good, but yeah, Mexico seems to be one of those countries. And anyway, so we're looking for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's a bit sketchy in the airport, and we're looking for our hotel shuttle, right? Shuttle bus to take us to the hotel. Just near the entrance, right? My missus has downloaded the documents, but she's not downloaded the email, which basically had in proper detail what we're meant to do. The document that she downloaded was like a PDF, and that had like kind of broad details, like, you know, not specifics. So all she knew that is that we need to get outside of the airport, the terminal, and look for this company name. So we're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just before we step out, mate, we get all these like tourist guides. Yeah, I'll say that in speech marks. They come up to you and just say, "Oh, hi, can I help you? Look a bit lost?" And that's literally what they say to everyone. And we're like, "Oh yeah, do you know where this company is? Because we're getting a hotel shuttle." They're like, "Yeah, of course. Come over to my desk." They've got these little single man pods. He's like, "Come over. I'll give you a hand." We're like, "Cool." So we get over to him, and he's just talking about the Cancun, what to do, where you guys stay in. We said we're staying here. He's like, "Okay, cool," very helpful. And then after like 5 minutes of conversation, I start to feel like, yeah, this is going somewhere, because no one's ever this nice. Do you know what I mean? Like this is leading somewhere. And eventually he kind of got to his point. He just said, "Listen, guys, look, I know you're staying in this hotel, but look, I'm going to be honest with you. I work for this hotel, and I'd like to interest you in certain activities that we can book for you that would be cheaper." Yeah, do you know what I mean? And I was like, "No,
little Johnny again."
Little John's not in. He was just saying stuff like, "Look, this is beautiful, and this is this part of the country." And one of them was like Chichen Itza. They said, "Look, we can do a tour." For anyone that doesn't know what Chichen Itza is, it's one of the wonders of the world, and it's an old Mayan temple, which is absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's one off the bucket list to go visit. He offered us a tour, and he said, "Look, your hotel's going to charge you this much." And then he was speaking with such confidence. He even said to me, "If you go to your hotel and ask them about this tour, this is how much they're paid. Like, when you get to your hotel, trust me, ask them." We're like, "Okay, we believe you." And he goes, "But our hotel does it for this much." And I said, okay. This is like the hard sell. Like, how much is this going to cost me? Bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's quite cheap, to be fair. I think it's like $60 per person, but it's like a tour for the whole day. So he basically said it's a private tour, which I thought that meant that it's me and my missus only, but no, it's like a bus. It's like a mini bus, and you're sharing it with other couples. But we didn't know that until the actual day. But we said, yeah, okay, that sounds good, not a problem. And then he goes, "Oh, great." So I paid him the $120. And then he goes, "Just one more thing, guys. Look, I know you're staying at this hotel." Well, I'm like, "Oh God, here we go again." He goes, "Look, I just want to bring you to our hotel. Just have a look. Look, just come round. Free breakfast. I'll send a cab driver to your hotel in the morning. Just come for an hour and a half. Just relax. Well, I'll have a guy show you the whole hotel, and if you like it, just consider us next time." Well, me and my missus were like, "Well, we've got breakfast. Like, we're in all inclusive. We've got breakfast in our hotel. Do you really want to go see it?" And my missus was like, "Yeah, let's go see it, because it's actually one of the most popular ones in Cancun. The hotels are in Cancun."
Right.
Like, "Okay, cool. All right, we'll do it. We'll book it." He goes, "Look, guys, honestly, there's no fee, nothing. I'm just going to book it for you guys, and obviously not today. Maybe not tomorrow, but the third day in the morning, I'll book it for you." Well, like, "Okay, cool. Do it. No problem." This is where things got a bit weird. So he said, "Just one thing, guys. Very small thing. Like, no need to worry about it at all. Just before you step out the hotel and they ask you where you're going, just don't mention that you're coming with us to our hotel. Otherwise they'll rip up your ticket." And I was like, "You fucking what, mate?" Like, what?
This is sounding proper dodge.
I said, "This is a bit weird. Like, what do you mean?" He goes, "Listen, it's not worth the hassle. Trust me. Look, it's nothing dodgy. Just don't tell them that you're that you're coming to our hotel or you're doing the tour with us." I was like, "Bloody okay." Anyway, mate, that's all done. We're booked. He's actually quite helpful. He's actually helped us to find our shuttle bus, which was not easy to get to, but he helped us anyway. So that gave us a bit of confidence. But then so the third day comes when we're in the resort. It's time for us to go. My missus is having a bit of a moan. She goes, "Bloody hell! You know that thing he said? He said, don't show them the paperwork, or don't let our hotel know where we're going. Are they going to kidnap us?" I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" She goes, You never know. Like, this could be one of those weird things you see online, you hear about." I'm like, no, it's not that bad. It's literally
me and your missus would get on properly, because I would be thinking the same thing. I'm about to be kidnapped here.
Yeah. She's a bit more. She's a little bit more paranoid.
Missing
Bit
pasty
more relaxed,
white
right?
bloke. Have you seen him?
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, I was like, listen, don't worry about it. Look, I'll tell you what. If you're that worried, send someone your location, tell them where you're going, and if we do disappear, right, at least they know where we're going. She goes, okay. And I said, look, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure it's all right. Look, this is, he explained, like, the guy did explain the hotel rivalry. So he kind of said, if you, I was under the impression, right, that he said it just because if we told our hotel that we're going to that hotel, then they would turn around and say, listen, it's a scam, don't do this, don't do that, stay here, kind of like discourage us. And I get like hotel politics, like, you know, you want kind of your hotel to be one of the best and you don't want to lose business or blah, blah, blah. I was like, let's just go. Let's get the free breakfast. Let's get out of there. She goes, okay, cool. Get in the cab, no problems. Get to the hotel, beautiful hotel. Take us on the tour, showing us all the best suites. You know, everything, like, you know, the pools and all the hotel has to offer. Sit down, and then we start having breakfast. And then this guy comes up to us, right? So he's walking us through the whole thing. So what he's doing is he's literally building a profile as he's talking to us. So it wasn't just like they left me and my missus to go to their restaurant and have breakfast and then leave. No. We're going to be escorted by this one person who's literally building a profile of me and my missus as a couple. Right. Oh, yeah. So asking questions like, right, guys, how many times do you go on holiday? You know, in a Mexican accent. No.
We know your tracks. We know your track record on accents.
I'm not going to attempt to, mate.
Go on, do it.
No, there's no way. I would butcher it. Oh my god, I'll offend all our Mexican fans out there. So basically, he was just saying, like, you know, guys, how many times you go on holiday? Where do you normally like to go? Do you have any kids, or do you have family that goes on holiday? Blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. What's your preferred destination? Like building a mini profile, and he's writing this stuff down. So it's not like he's doing it like in secret. He's writing this stuff down. Yeah. And I was just like, in my mind, as I was ploughing through my third sausage, I said, I basically thought, yeah, something's going to happen here. I think they're going to try and offer us a deal or something. Like, there's no such thing as a free breakfast. Everyone knows that, right? So in the end, after about half an hour of talking to him, he picks us up and he goes, guys, we're just going to do a small presentation. Like, trust me, it's not long. And after that, you're welcome to go home. I'm like, okay, cool. Go there. Guess what, Si? It's a fucking timeshare presentation. It's for anyone that doesn't know what a timeshare is, it's basically so imagine there's a property and you get I don't know, 5, 6, 7 other people to invest. Then you all kind of have an allocated time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Si. You have allocated time for you to go and spend your holiday there. So imagine you got a villa, right? I don't know, in Spain, and there's 6 of you, 7, 8 of you. You all split the money and you pay it every year, and then you have an allocated month that you go on holiday to that villa. Basically, it's all yours for that month or that time period. Essentially, this is what this was, but they disguise it as a membership rather than a timeshare. So basically, this didn't make sense to me, by the way, but what you do is you buy a membership and you pay every year or monthly, whatever. Yeah. And it gives you kind of preference to their hotels. So they have about 15 of their hotels with the same name across North America, South America, and the Caribbean. And then they have access to 300 hotels where you get preferential treatment, basically. So you get the best rooms at a reduced rate, blah, blah, blah. Now, the only problem with this, mate, is after giving us the whole spiel, I kept telling my missus, we're not going to buy anything. We're not going to buy anything, all right? You got this? She's like, yeah, absolutely. He had the paperwork and I was about to ask him, I was trying to cut to the chase. I was like, mate, how much is this going to cost, right? Just give me the cost. He goes, okay. Yeah. I got to see the paper slightly just before my missus. I had a look, right, at the 4 options on there, and I turned to my missus and I said, you're going to laugh at this. Just watch. She goes, what? I'm like, just watch. He turns the paper over. The cheapest membership is 130k per year. I'm thinking, mate, do we look like people that have 130k?
Clearly you do.
Mate, there was no way, honestly. And then she started laughing, but we couldn't laugh like to make it like seem like, yeah, we can't afford this. Like, you'd be like, yeah, I don't know, babe. What do you think? We were acting like we can afford this, absolutely. So that was the cheapest option. The most expensive option was at 1.3 million. So the thing that didn't make sense to me, mate, was we have to pay that membership fee, but then you also have to pay for the holiday. Okay, it's at a reduced rate, but I was thinking, oh my days, this is not going to happen.
Well,
you have just wasted your time.
Yeah, if you had 130 grand to drop on a holiday, you ain't worried about timeshares.
Exactly. This is the way he spoke. He said, "Right, guys. Yeah, sorry. The cheapest one we have here is 130k. Right, that is in dollars. So it's not pounds. This is in dollars. Just remember that." We're like, okay. And he goes, "If you just give us 40k deposit today, then it's just like 10 monthly installments of X amount." We're like, "Oh my fucking days! This is terrible." I just laughed. I laughed, mate, and I told my missus, "Now we're gonna do this." We just said, "Sorry, mate. No, we're not interested." And he goes, "Okay, sure, no problem." He goes, "Listen, I'm gonna have my manager come. Just gonna give you a 5-minute chat, and just no obligation. Don't worry, just a 5-minute chat." We're like, okay. Manager comes, offers us a cheaper rate. This time, magically, he's dropped to $4 grand. So the cheapest package is now $4 grand a year, right? And this is where my missus was a bit like, She goes, "Babe, that seems okay." I'm like, no, trust me, this is bollocks. We're not paying $4 grand a membership.
No.
That's like, do you know what I mean? That's like £300-400 a month. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way. And she goes, okay, fine. I'm like, all right, yeah, call the manager back. We said, "Nah, mate, not happening." He goes, okay, no problem. He goes, "Guys, thank you so much for your help, and thank you so much for your time. We're just gonna send you off and make sure you get home safely." We're like, all right, cool. Now this is where they're quite clever, right? So they push us to another employee, and he's walking us down. He's saying, "Guys, thank you so much for coming," and all that kind of stuff, being very friendly. He takes us to another little pod, like a little podium, and he starts saying, "I'm just sorting out your cab ride home," like, he goes, "By the way, guys," and I thought, oh my god, here we go again. This is the heart, this is the cell.
It's trying to weigh you down.
Do you know what I mean? Right, when you think you got away with it, this is it. Like, they try and get you again. I said, "Look, mate, I'm really sorry. We're not interested." And he goes, "But why not?" And we're like, oh my god. I gotta be honest, mate. Look, they were never gonna get us, right? No matter what happened, Si, they were never gonna get us. I'm too smart for that stuff. My missus might get tempted into thinking it's a good deal. And I genuinely thought the same. I thought, look, they're not gonna get us. But fuck's sake, they got us, mate. I'm so stupid. Oh, they got us. You know what it was? The deal was actually too good to turn down, and we ended up. He actually gave us a really good deal. But this is what they do, mate. This is absolutely what they do. They basically they brought the money down big time, and it was more like a one-off holiday rather than a membership. They said, "Look, just for you guys being here, we're offering you a choice of any one of our 15 hotels around the world, destinations around the world, and it's going to be at a reduced rate. We're going to charge you 60%. And when we've done the maths right there and then, me and my missus, we said, okay, this is actually a really good deal. You got 18 months to use it, and if you want to use it, you can pass it on to anyone else. You can transfer it to anyone else. Yeah. So we said, fair enough, mate. And then we signed up to that deal, and so we're quite happy with it. We didn't get roped into anything else. And then, mate, you wouldn't believe it there. So I paid him. I said, okay, cool. We've sorted our next holiday out wherever we go. It's legit. It's all legit. Yeah, they're a massive company, to be fair. And then they tried again. The guy said, "Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Look, if you go to my colleague over there, she'll take you down, and she'll take you to your where you get your cab." We're like, cool. Then she tries it. As we walk down the stairs near the exit, she goes, "By the way, guys, I know you just signed a deal upstairs, but listen, I'm telling you, I think I could do better." We're like, oh, fuck's sake, just let us go home. You're giving us a free breakfast. I've already given you my money. Now leave me alone. Do you know what I mean? So she tried the hard sell, but me and my missus stayed strong. We said, no, we're not doing it. She goes, okay, guys, thank you so much. Her attitude changed as well, by the way, when I rejected her. Like, it completely kind of like went a bit cold. So then we finally got sent to the office where they give us money for a cab home. They call the cab, we give the money as a voucher to the cab driver, and he took us home. And then it's clever. It's very clever. Honestly, the way tourism is working out there is super clever. They try and be your friend. I mean, it's great salesmanship, to be fair, mate. But it looks like we're bloody stuck with that holiday for the next time we go on holiday.
It's not a bad thing if it's right. What was the last woman trying to sell you?
So she was trying to upgrade us. So we done the basic package.
Oh right,
for the one-off.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so we done the basic package for the one-off. But she goes, guys, look, I know you signed the deal, but I think I can add even more value to this. If you sign up to the tier higher, I can reduce it by 40%, and this is how much you have to pay a month. I'm like, nope. She goes, are you sure? I'm like, no, not happening. I'm sorry. I wasn't rude, by the way. I let her do a little talk. I let her do a little spiel, and basically just at the end just a polite said, no, I'm sorry, you know what, we're happy with the deal we got. And then she goes, okay, if you just turn that way and go past there, that's where you need to go to get out with that. Oh, okay, just because I didn't buy your shit, now you're going to be a little bit colder to us. Yeah, okay, I see.
You've got 100% more patience than I have. I would have been like, piss off on the first conversation. My missus would have been like, coming back. But you know what I was going to say? Do you reckon if you'd said yes to the woman, then instead of them sending you home, she would have sent you to a different room and said, with somebody else in there, saying, we see what you did with this lady, and then they just keep bouncing you around this hotel for the next 2 weeks, just trying to just tie you up for more and more things, till eventually you sign up to the 1.3 million timeshare at the beginning.
Can you imagine? I come home. You got to pay like, I don't know, 80k a month for the rest of your life. It's just it was very clever. I got to be honest, and I'm a person that basically, not to say I feel like I'm too smart, but like I'm very confident that I won't get sucked into this kind of stuff. So even though I didn't really sign up for everything, the last thing that they gave me, I did see that there was quite a lot of value for money there. And it's not just Cancun. You can actually go to, I think it's like 10 different countries that have their hotel. So, and they're all like really luxurious hotels, and at the price, we'd done the maths like while we were there, like got our phone out, done the exchange rate, we said, okay, this is actually a really good deal. So yeah, we ended up walking out there with a good deal, but at least now we're kind of limited to where we can actually go for our next holiday. We'll see, might be Jamaica or something like that, mate. Nice, Caribbean.
Well, we'll be having this conversation next year, hopefully, and we'll see where you ended up.
Absolutely.
Have you checked these hotels are real, though? That's all.
Do you know what? I haven't.
If you Google Earth them, they've given you like 15 addresses, and each one's like a pizza shop,
a 2-star shack somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
An outhouse in Abu Dhabi or something.
No, honestly, no. It is all legit. It's all good. Like, we checked the voucher. They said, look, it's valid for 18 months, so you got a lot of time. And like he said, look, even if you don't want to go totally transferable to someone else, not a problem. So we said, okay, cool, that's fine. And then it's a big chain, mate. To be fair, it's a big chain of hotels. But yeah, mate, that's how my holiday went. Apart from being sunburnt, I've learned that I can get sunburnt ridiculously quickly. I didn't know this until I met my missus. To be fair, like since we've been married, we've been to Barbados, Mauritius, and we've been to Cancun now. And I swear to God, mate, well, I didn't know I could be sunburnt so badly. We're so polarizing, right? I need to be, if we're at the beach, at the pool, I need to be sitting in shade, you know, with my hat on, with my shorts on, with my vest on. I need to be in shade. I need to be lathered up with SPF 50. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas my missus, like, she just needs to be lathered up, but she loves the sun. She'll sunbathe for hours, like she don't care. The minute the sun hits my skin, mate, I'm a goner. Unless I'm lathered up, honestly, it's so bad. I don't know where this has come from. But one night, I think what happened was I came down to the pool. My missus was already in the pool. I go and get drinks because it's all inclusive. I got 2 drinks each, right? Yeah. She goes, come in the pool. I said, no. I'll come in after I finish my drink. She goes, okay. I remember this. I was in the room and I only done my arms and my legs. I only put SPF on my legs and my arms, right? And I thought, before I go in the pool, I'll put SPF on my front and back. Bloody hell. My missus kept saying, coming to the pool was really nice. I'm like, cool. I forgot to put SPF on my front and back. I got in and 2 hours, absolutely fine, not a problem. Came back out of the pool, right, towel myself off. We enjoyed our day. I get back to the hotel room. I shower off. And I shower up and basically and I sit down in the bed. As soon as I lie down, pain, absolute pain. On my front, my back, absolute pain. I'm thinking to my missus, oh man. I said, look, is there something on my back? She goes, bloody hell, you're sunburnt to shit. I was like, oh my God. And then, she ended up getting after sun, love rubbing that on me. It's about 2 a.m, by the way. Like, I'm feeling extreme pain at 2 a.m. She calls our butler, who's available 24/7. She goes, oh, my husband's struggling with sunburn. He goes, oh, I'll just bring you ice pack. Don't worry about it. 10 minutes. Massive bag of ice, like literally, it's like huge.
Lay on that like a beanie. There you go.
That's it, exactly that, mate. Yeah, it was so painful, like to touch as well. Like I couldn't turn in the bed because, sorry guys, like if anyone's listening, but like to feel any material on my back and on my belly it was a terrible, mate. I had to lie on my side all night, and but yeah, by like the next day it was absolutely fine, mate. So it wasn't too bad, I suppose. Bloody hell, mate.
I'm not a fan of sunburn. Do you know
it's terrible, mate. It's terrible. I did see one American guy get in the pool. He was pasty white when he got in. He was super red when he got out. I was like, mate, you're gonna struggle tomorrow. I never saw him for the rest of the holiday.
I've been on holidays where I've seen people and that like their backs are blistered, and you're just like, oh, that must be the worst. You know?
Ruin your whole experience. Imagine looking forward to a holiday a whole year and it gets like, you know, destroyed and by a sunburn.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, I've learnt my lesson. I just know I need to just lather myself up, like cover it with SPF 50 before I step out anywhere, and I should be all right.
Do you know what? You probably have the same thing as me. You're like, yeah, put the sun cream on in a minute, and you just like you get distracted. There's beer over there, so you walk over there. An hour later, and you're like, I forgot to do the sun cream.
100%. Not to forget, like I was drinking so much that my pain threshold was probably quite high because of the alcohol. As soon as the alcohol wore off, jeez, I was in a world of pain. But it wasn't too bad. It only did last like a day, so it wasn't too bad. And just pack some after sun, guys. Just remember to pack some after sun, just in case you do forget.
When you said you called the butler, I thought you was going to say, yeah, he was just going to run down and get some absinthe. There you go. That was available. It's not a problem. Yeah,
exactly. I was like, give me some more tequila.
I can feel the pain more.
Yeah, more. Put it into my veins. Just put it straight into my veins. Oh no, it was terrible.
Getting your money's worth from this all inclusive, right?
Yeah. It was good though. Honestly, food was incredible. There was like 7 restaurants in the whole hotel. Can you imagine? Like 7 restaurants. It's crazy.
Nice.
3 of them were exclusive to our floor. But yeah, incredible holiday, mate. Incredible.
Sorry, halfway through that story,
Yep.
I'm trying to have this conversation with you. My missus just walked past dressed as a meerkat.
What?
I don't know. Obviously, I can't ask her at the minute. I was just like looked up. I expected that like.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Is that a new like pajamas or something?
No, like she's done the face as well. It must be something for school. But I was like trying to listen to you, and I saw her walk past. Like, I don't know if you heard me laughing at a place there shouldn't have been laughter. That's what it was.
God. That is brilliant. Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to ask her what's going on. You off to a costume party on a Thursday? What's going on here? Oh, mate. Speaking of meerkats.
Oh, did you get that link I sent you earlier?
Sorry, explain what is going on, mate. I didn't know what was happening. That is unbelievable. Like, I've seen some weird shit on the internet, but that is literally up there, mate. God, so I'll give you the floor, mate.
Just to explain, we were having a conversation about fur meats a little while back.
A few episodes back, yeah.
And just as we finished that, it popped into my head this YouTube thing I'd seen a while ago called ponying. And I forgot to mention it. And I sent it to you, and you loved every minute of it, didn't you?
I've got to be honest, I watched the first couple of minutes. I thought, I'm way over my head here. I'm going to need you to explain what the hell is going on. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird, guys. Ponying is a term.
So just to explain what it is. Normally, you'd have... So it's basically people replicating a horse and cart. Yeah. So a person in the cart steering a horse, except for there is a person playing the part of the horse. now, this isn't just a person running around, but they made costumes, they're trotting about, they're making noises, they're acting. Like the clip that we saw, someone was just like trying to be stubborn, weren't they? Having their head ruffled, a little bit of whipping going on.
Guys, this isn't like, you know when you see a child's play and one of the kids has to dress up like a horse on stage. This is not like that. This is a person who is literally role-playing as a horse. Like, all the characteristics. They want to be whipped. They want their hair stroked. They want to be fed apples like an apple.
I love the little obstacle course.
Oh, my God. Sorry, we've got some weird people in this world.
Do you know what?
I swear to God, mate.
I was thinking the other day, normally the stuff I watch on YouTube, it's all like doom and gloom, you know, wars here, somebody's shot there, all this other stuff, and we do this. And it's so ridiculous, it makes me laugh. It's that kind of like vent.
Absolutely.
And in some ways, I'm glad people are dressing up like horses running around the field than the shenanigans we got going on at the moment. But I watched this.
No, you're right. You are right, to be fair. It's a lesser of two evils.
Right, but it comes back to what I was saying to you earlier. How do you get into these things, right? Do you wake up one morning, Yeah.
What was the trigger point?
Yeah, exactly.
What was the trigger point? You know what I mean?
Two people at some point thought, I want to dress up like a horse. I want to be in the cart, like trying to steer this person as a horse.
I want to be the horse. I want to be the horse.
Right.
Oh my god! I don't know, mate. Can you imagine?
And then you got to build a community. You can't put like a poster up in your local shop.
You can't, mate. You can't. Yeah, absolutely, you can't. It's like, I don't even know like how this even happens. Like, oh my god! You wake up one day and you think, do you know what? I really fancy being a horse today. Do you know what? I really want to be a horse. I want something clung onto me. I want to pull a cart. I want to be whipped. I want my hair brushed. Like, what is going on? And then you got to find someone that likes the same thing. Like, you got to find a group. What do you type into Google? That is what did these people type into Google?
Do you know, people are struggling at the moment to find. So single people are struggling to find relationships at the moment. Right?
But these people can find like 20,000 people.
You can find a person that wants to dress up like a horse and be chased around a field. The people running these dating websites need to talk to these people because they're doing something wrong.
That's it, mate. What is going on? Do you know what I want to know, right? Like, okay, so you got the guy or the girl that's playing as a horse. How the hell do you apply to play the person in the cart as a human? Like, what? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, how do you decide roles? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'll be the horse today. You can be the bloody driver. Do you know what I mean?
I'm always the driver.
You were the driver last time. Yeah. Exactly. They're fighting over the horse bit, not the driver bit. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god.
Oh.
Mate, that is some of the weirdest shit I've seen, and I've seen some weird shit, man. I don't understand like how. And then they build a community. That's the weirdest thing. They build a community of the whole, like everyone like that likes that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like you think to yourself, okay, was it American side? Sorry, that was American.
I
right?
think so. I'm going to say yes. I've not heard of it in the UK. That's for sure. Actually, I haven't heard of a lot of stuff in the UK, but it's probably there somewhere.
Definitely 100% in the US. I'm thinking like obviously all those people don't live in the same state, so this is like a yearly meetup or something.
How do you explain that to your family? What are you doing this weekend? Do you lie?
Oh, I'm going on a trip. Oh, okay. Anyone nice? I'm just. It's gonna be remote. It's gonna be in the fields. You're packing a lot of stuff there. Is it a costume party? I don't know, mate. Honestly, this is so weird. Oh, fucked up world we live in, mate.
But they've also built the costumes. Now that's no mean feat because there's like the ones we saw. There's some real effort gone into that.
Customized. I think it's customized as well, mate. You know what I mean?
And it looked leather as well. And as far as that's not an easy material to work with.
There you go, mate. So someone's gone out there and said, "I've got a bit of a strange request, mate. I need this to fit around me like a horse." It's not for me. It's for someone else.
It's always
someone that looks like me.
It's always for someone else that's the same height, same build.
Same build. Yeah, it looks a bit like me, to be fair. Yeah, if we can get this fitting on me, it'll fit them perfectly. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know, mate. Honestly, it's so fucking weird.
I'll see if I can find any more. But yeah, that really did make me laugh when I remembered it, and I knew you'd like it.
Nah, brilliant. You know what it is, guys? So basically, a few episodes back, I think it might be in episode 1 or 2. You might have to go back and listen. But Sai actually told me about fur meat, which is if you don't know what that is, you have to go back and listen to that episode. It's absolutely fantastic listening. So this is like a little bit of an extension to that. It's quite a little bit similar, but yeah, it's just unbelievable. So this role playing thing is going mad.
Do you think the fur meat people would get on with the ponying people?
No, I think because it's pure beef. I think it's on site beef on site. Yeah, it's a scene like Anchorman when the two rival TV stations go against each other. That's what I think will happen if they were to ever meet.
Because it doesn't seem like, and I don't know, but the fur meat stuff that I've seen, they don't personify the animals; they just dress like them, right? And then this ponying thing, the person playing the pony, I guess, it's actually
be the animal,
trying to be the animal. Yeah. But looking,
you know the video. Go on. In the video you sent, were they speaking as when they were playing as a horse, or was they just nay?
Woof.
Woof.
You just invented something else there. Maybe there's a dog training one. We're just not aware of it yet.
That's the next one, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if this one's called ponying, will that one be called?
Don't say it.
No, actually, yeah. No.
Don't give us something else.
We'll cut it there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, mate. I know about the idea of role playing, but that is going to a whole different extreme. Like there was you get like people that role play like Lord of the Rings type stuff and World of Warcraft and Star Wars, that kind of stuff. But this is like going mad. This is going mad. Crazy, man.
But you see that I'm not sure how I should say this. I don't get it, but I do. The Lord, the dressing up like the fantasy stuff, because you are literally personifying a character of something that's beyond you. Yeah, you can literally live another life and just pretend it's a thing. I watched the few. There was something I saw the other day. There's a big festival of it, and I kind of get it, kind of don't. But I don't know if I can extend my mind to the ponying.
Sure. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. I can't get my mind around that, mate. It's so weird. But yeah, like you see weird shit like that all the time. And I completely understand the the cosplay kind of stuff, like you said, like the Star Wars and Star Trek and Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely get it, not a problem. Massive franchises, like characters in the film and TV shows and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely get that. But this kind of stuff, no, I don't know
the cosplay, you're sort of paying homage to the characters you respect. That's kind of how I feel. That's kind of sits, and also the effort in those costumes. Like some of them are unbelievable. I've been to a couple of Comic Cons actually, and some of those
Comic Con looks wicked. Yeah,
we should go. If you haven't been, we should go.
I've never been. I would love to. I would love to.
Maybe we'll sort it out next year. Yes, it's good.
Unleash my inner geek. Yeah, no, we could do that.
It's good fun. But yeah,
but this though, mate. It's like, God, Dave.
I'm not going.
Give me a bit of whipping, son.
And do you know what I think is funny? In one of the clips, like one of the guys didn't make the little hurdle thing, and he looks so disappointed. He
training all year for that.
He slips on the mud or something. He was so upset.
To shine, damn it! Oh man, what a video! I don't know what, because you made me watch that video. I don't know what my YouTube algorithm's going to say now.
Excuse me. Do you know what we started with the Olympics, and then they kind of extended it to the X Games and stuff like that. I do think they should bring in some sort of obscure Olympic, but call it something else, so you can have in there like ponying and just these really weird things. I think I would definitely watch it.
Animal imitation 2025. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what you'd call it. It's like, they got the the little thing for dogs, Crufts. Yep. Do that with a human though.
Well, there is a thing. I meant to tell you about that as well. Did you see the one where it was some? I may have got this wrong, but it was I believe some vegan operation or organisation, and instead of racing horses, what these people had, those little I can't think what they're called. You know the thing the kids have with the little horse head and the stick, and they ride with it between their legs, pretending to ride a horse.
Right.
I don't remember what the actual toy's called, but yeah, they were doing that. And so instead of having real animals, they had that. I'll try and find that and send it to you. But yeah.
So speaking of that, right? Oh my God, my friend sent me a video, and I swear to God, I was in hysterics for like 10 minutes. So basically, I think it's in Dubai, right? It's in Dubai. They have camel racing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I didn't realize how fast camels are. So this was quite an eye opener for me. But the thing that made me laugh was, right, there's no jockeys on these camels. They are little robots dressed as jockeys, just whipping camels. They're little robots, mate. They're little robots, right? Oh. And they basically sit in the hump, right between the hump, and they just literally whip it. It's ridiculous, mate. Honestly, I did not know how funny something like that could be, right? So first of all, camel racing, never heard of it. I thought, this is interesting, let me check it. Send me the video. I opened it up, right, and I thought, oh, surely that's not a jockey. And it's only when they zoomed into the first camel you see the robot. It is so funny, mate. Honestly, I was in hysterics. I couldn't make it through the video without stopping it multiple times to laugh. And honestly, guys, if you If you want to check this out, just go on YouTube, type in Camel Racing Dubai, all right, and you'll see it. And I swear to God, if you don't laugh, I don't know what's wrong with you. It is a hilarious sight. It's absolutely hilarious, man. I'll show you this later, but yeah, it's brilliant.
It kind of reminds me of, the old sheep racing we have here in the UK, where it's not really sheep racing, but they let the sheep out pen and they run around. But they have those little sort of stitched characters on their back that kind of bounce around. Have you seen that?
Right.
It's the same thing. It just makes me laugh. It's just sheep running around, really. But the little stupid characters on the back just make me laugh. Yeah,
it just makes it more funny, right? Yeah, it just makes it more funny, mate. Honestly, bloody hell.
Oh yeah. We live in a weird place, mate. Weird place.
Honestly, it just gets weirder and weirder by the week. But yeah, it's just absolutely crazy at the moment. Did you get up to anything this week?
What did I do? Oh, I meant to say to you, I went round my mum's last weekend, and I said she has these random just stories that pop up out of nowhere. Right, I want to throw this one on you. So I was around there, usual thing, cup of tea, slice of cake, usual thing. My mum, in the middle of the conversation, on a conversation about nothing, and she goes, "Have you seen Fat Daisy?"
Fat Daisy.
I'm just like, when you're like, somebody says something to you so convincingly that you're like, shit, have I forgotten somebody? Is she talking about a person? Is this like a neighbour?
It must be someone you know. Exactly. Yeah. Someone you've interacted with.
So I kind of went, I don't know. She went, Fat Daisy. And I'm just like, my mum doesn't usually talk like this. She's not like a descriptive person. She would just call a person by their name.
It's not one of those mobster names, right? Like, you got Fat Daisy, but she's actually skinny, or
right?
Big Dave, but he's actually small. Yeah.
Anyway, so this sort of awkwardness of my mum sure that I knew what she was talking about and me not having a clue went on for, it felt like a while, but it was probably only a couple of minutes, and in the end I had to say, look, just let me stop you there. What is Fat Daisy? And she goes, all right. And she pointed to this box in the corner,
right,
and I was like, all right, fine. So I kind of looked in this box and I pulled out this Barbie doll thing, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
And she goes, yeah, look, Fat Daisy. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so she kind of got hold of this thing, and she goes, you remember Barbies, your sister used to have them. I was like, yeah, fine. She goes, well, look at this one. It's a fat version, right? So they have made a sort of chubby version of a Barbie doll. And my mum
called Fat Daisy?
Yeah. Well, it's not called Fat Daisy. It's just called Daisy. But my mum had ordered this thing.
She's called it Fat Daisy.
Right? My mum had ordered this thing, I think, for like one of her grandkids. And just thinking it was Barbie, and it turned up and it was like fat. It's like
Fat
chubby
Daisy.
Barbie. It's just like,
oh my God, that is brilliant.
Yeah.
Jesus. So they made a plus size kind of Barbie, basically.
No,
I'm not. Called it Daisy.
I'm not knocking the plus size. You can do whatever the hell you want with Barbie. It's just my mum calling it Fat Daisy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
She just instinctively, Fat
I love
Daisy.
how she asked you about it, like you would know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Now,
it's a name she's penned herself. You know about Fat Daisy, right? So like, what?
I think she assumed it because obviously I got kids, but my daughter's too old for Barbies, and obviously, I say obviously, but my son doesn't play with Barbies either.
That's right.
So I get the assumption there, but I just did not have a clue what she was talking about, and I would
have been worried. You know what? When your mum said, "Oh yeah, Fat Daisy," she's in that box in the corner, and I'm like, "What?
yeah.
Shit, Mum, what have you done?"
Little red patch on the bottom of the box or something.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the rugs have been rolled up and just put to the side there. Bloody hell, yeah. No, oh my God.
I haven't seen you this excitable in years, Mum. Yeah, fucking Barbie next door pissed me off.
And actually sleeping with the fishes.
But so it completely caught me off guard. That made me laugh anyway.
Brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Bloody hell.
But I'd say,
did you have sorry, I was just going to say, do you have where you live? Did you have loads of fireworks this weekend? It was Diwali. Was it all right? Not too bad.
No, there was a little bit. We had more for what did we have? We had Halloween and bonfire night.
Oh,
yeah. So we had a lot of that going off as well.
I was going to say, so where I live is just it was crazy. Sunday, pretty much from 6 till about 3 in the morning. Fireworks all day, all night.
Yeah,
mental. It was amazing. To be fair. You stand outside and the sky just lights up. Like everyone's doing it where I live. So yeah, it went on until like 3 in the morning. It doesn't bother me. I can sleep like throughout the night. I need some noise to sleep anyway. But it was absolutely incredible. But the man alive, the next day when you walk out, firework debris everywhere. Absolutely everywhere, mate. Stuck in trees, on car windscreens, in your driveway, in your garden. Oh my god! And it's so foggy, super foggy as well. You can smell the powder. Bloody hell, man!
Do you know? I do love a good firework, I must say, and it only comes around every now and again, and they get everybody everybody moaning about, think of the dogs, and you're just like, well, come on, hey.
Yeah, it is once a year.
It's once a year. You get a couple, it's a few times in the year, as you say, Diwali, bonfire night, maybe a couple of New Year's or something like that,
Yeah.
For those couple of days, the dogs can piss off. They shit all over my lawn, so they can put up with a few fireworks.
That's what I'm saying. Just put, the day's coming. Protect them. Do whatever you need to do, keep them somewhere soundproof or somewhere where they can't panic. But yeah, once a year, man, you can't live in fear. You know what I mean? Just celebrate it. And obviously, how many days in the year do you have fireworks? Like you said, you've got bonfire night, you've got Diwali, and then you've got New Year's maybe. Do you know what I mean? That's it. 3 times a year.
Well, dogs live super cushy lives these days anyway, don't they? So a little bit of exposure to the elements.
That's it. I was going to say, you can buy headphones for dogs nowadays.
I've got to upset so many dog owners.
Yeah.
But do you know what? It's not. It's annoying because, as I say, just out the front of my house, there's a little patch of grass and stuff. And I work from home now. Usually I'm on calls and stuff like that. But I always see dogs with their owners shitting on the lawn. The owner just walks off. I'm going to get one of those little BB guns, just snipe the owners out one of these days.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Oh, bloody! That's taking the piss, man. Bloody hell! Well, taking the shit, but it's that's terrible. That is terrible, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially if it's your grass.
Well, it's like we've got a very small front garden. We've got a little wall, and there's like a little patch of grass before it hits the curb, sort of the pavement bit. Yeah, and it's just there, and it obviously no problem. Dogs have got to do their business and stuff, but pick it up.
Pick it up, yeah. I mean, that's what all responsible owners should do, right? I mean, just one of those things that you should do if your dog does a duty. You have to pick it up. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible, though. Bloody hell.
But yeah, we had Halloween as well, and I always find it funny every year because I sort of walk around with the kids and stuff like that, knocking on all the doors and whatever. But some people put some real effort into these costumes and stuff, but obviously they can't see anything because they've got these masks on. So you see these people from a distance and they look amazing, and then they'll just trip over a plant pot or something, or just bump into the lamppost. That's right. I saw so much of that. Just there was some really good, that we had the Batman, Joker, and what was it, Freddy, and all these typical characters, honestly, and they look fantastic. And then, as I say, they just turn around and just walk into a wall.
Because they can't see anything else. Do you know what it is? I don't know what it is. In the last couple of years, I found, especially in the last couple of years, I know in America it's huge. Halloween's huge in America, right? You always see the kids dress up. But I think, especially in the last couple of years, just before COVID, I would say, a lot of effort now goes into Halloween over here. Before, I don't think it was much of a thing. But now it's Halloween's coming. Do you know what? Let me get my outfits sorted. Let me get the kids dressed up and put makeup on them and make it there's an actual effort now. Whereas it wasn't like that before, which is quite interesting.
I have to say, I'm a big fan of celebrating everything and anything we can. It's the one thing where you talk about Diwali and all these other things. It's the one thing that I think we should take real advantage of. We should all these celebrations from all these cultures and everything. We should just celebrate all of it.
Absolutely.
And not from
I love Halloween.
Not from a hippie kind of perspective. I just think there's so much shit going on in the world that we just
there's so much doom and gloom, right? Yeah,
find any excuse to just get people out there, eat some food, shoot off some fireworks. Dress like a ghost and walk into a lamppost. It doesn't matter. Just anything.
I agree. 100%. I agree. Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to say, for me, Halloween is great because I'm a massive fan of scary movies. So I absolutely love horror movies. So basically, when Halloween hits, around that period, like the week of and the week after, you normally get some very good films back on TV and and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm a massive fan of Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never celebrated as a kid, though.
Yeah, no?
No. Let me tell you something, son. Never celebrated as a kid. So, right, I don't know what it is. I don't know if my mum was too paranoid or she just didn't like the idea of me going knocking on neighbours' doors and asking for flipping sweets and chocolates. So, my mum said, no, you're not going out for Halloween. I was like, why? She's like, oh no, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, but my mates are going. She's like, no, you're staying home. I'm like, okay. So it just didn't end there. Then when I was younger, I'm pretty sure I got memories of this. They would shut all the lights in the porch at the front room to make it seem like no one's home.
Yeah.
It's so sad. And then it was only when I got a little bit older when I said to my dad, look, just buy some chocolates and sweets, and any kids that come round, man, make their day. Just, let's have some stuff ready. So ever since then, we've been really good. We've always had like a massive bowl of sweets and chocolates at the front door. So if these kids come, we can just give them some candy. I'll say candy, bloody hell, chocolate and sweets. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. As a kid, I think my mum was just really paranoid that she didn't want me eating like sweets or chocolate that's been expired or tampered with or some shit like that. So I never celebrated as a kid, really. Apart from at school.
Yeah, no, we obviously check the chocolates for my lot when they come home and stuff. But yeah, it's fine. But I do like the new way they do it. If you want to participate, you put a pumpkin outside the front of your house, so that way you haven't got to sit there in the dark for an evening.
I like that.
Yeah, what a good idea.
Like that, I really like that idea. It's just like I can imagine as a parent, like if I was to put myself in my mum's shoes, right? Not literally, but if I was to think about this, right? So she's got my I've gone Halloween trick or treating, right? And I've come back and I've got a bag of chocolates. So I dump it on the table. She's inspecting it. So she's like, yeah, but what have you got there? So yeah, you've got a lollipop. You've got Snickers there. You've got Mars. A little bit of methamphetamine over there. You know what I mean? That's not ideal, mate. That's not what you want. But you got to be very careful. Yeah, you just got to check your kids' stuff, man.
Well, they'll be dealing it to each other. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that caught me out when we were going round was just slightly off at a tangent here. Right. So my missus was with me, and obviously there were some very young kids there. Mm-hmm. And as we were walking around, she got sort of bumped into a couple of the parents that she knew, and had their little kid next to them. And she starts going, "Oh, isn't he cute?" and all of this, but looking at me, go, "Oh yeah, isn't he really sweet? Isn't he really cute?" and stuff. Right now, I don't know about you, but I always feel weird when people say that. Like, so if I went up to a kid and said, "Oh, isn't he cute?" That's a very different conversation to my missus walking up to a kid and saying, "Isn't he cute?"
Exactly.
So when she's looking at me going, "Oh, look at this, over there. Isn't he really cute?" I'm like, "What
are you meant to say?"
Yeah, I guess.
What are you meant to say? Mate?
Exactly.
So, yeah, it looks good. It looks good, that one. Yeah, but like you can't be like, "Oh, that's really cute."
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do it, mate. You just can't do it. Absolutely.
Exactly. Imagine me standing there. "Oh, isn't he the best?"
He looks amazing. You can't do it, mate. You absolutely
but
can't.
I got in a little bit of trouble with my missus because she's like, "Why are you acting weird?" And I'm like, "I'm not weird. I just don't feel comfortable calling other kids cute." I don't know.
That. That's right. No, exactly that.
There are just some privileges women have that us blokes just, I don't know. I'm paranoid. I can't get away with it.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Like the thing, here's the difference as well, right? So women can say that, right? Again, I'm not trying to stereotype, generalize, blah blah blah. On a normal day, if a woman says that about another kid, absolutely fine. If a man says it, alarm bells. You know what I mean?
Yep, so, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The thing is, on Halloween, you might get a pass. You might get a pass, but that's the only time of the year when you can do it, when you can say it. But even then, it's weird. Even then, it's bloody weird. Oh my word.
Oh. But yeah, so that caught me out as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
they have a good haul this year of sweets and chocolates.
Yeah,
Kids.
they go big around where I am. There's a sort of nice. Where I live. There's kind of a larger housing estate over there, and it's fantastic. Like a big chunk of the houses get involved in it, and obviously, well, we put a whole bowl of sweets out last year because we couldn't stay in. I wanted to go around with the kids, and my missus wanted to come with me, so we left the bowl out at the front. Like, don't be greedy. When we come back, literally the whole lot of gone and the bowl. I was just, right,
that's a
fine.
trusting, mate. Honestly,
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Somebody had a good evening.
That's sad, isn't it? Like you expect a little bit of like trust. Okay, cool. I'll take a handful.
Yeah.
I did see a really nice video actually over Halloween. There was one kid. He went to a neighbour's house and the whole bowl was empty, right? And he said, "Oh, empty," and it's all caught on a ring doorbell, so you can hear all the audio. And he goes, "Oh, that's sad." And then he reaches into his bag, takes out like a quarter, maybe a third of his chocolates, and puts it in the bowl and walks off. I thought that is so sweet, mate. Honestly,
What a nice thing to do, eh? What a nice thing to do.
he was raised right. He's raised right.
That's all you can say, isn't it? Yeah. But yes, they come back and they had quite a large amount of sweets. And then obviously now we have to spend the rest of the weeks negotiating what they can eat in one go.
I was just literally, that was my next question. Right. That was my next question. How do you then, like, all right, you got the haul. It's a bit like drugs, isn't it? So you got the haul, right? So it's on the table. You got a massive stack of sweets and chocolate. Right. How do you condense that into, like, I don't know, a week, a day? Like, what happens in your household, mate? How do you do it?
It's funny because my kids, they go down the negotiation path, right? So we are
excellent. Okay.
We're on a week. The weekends I don't mind so much. I won't let them go wild, but
a little bit extra.
Yeah, a little bit extra. You know, it's no problem. They've got a bit more energy. They can go out in the garden, burn it off. So no problem. But school nights, right?
Yeah,
you don't want
need to be in bed.
Yeah, well, you can't give them to them in the morning, otherwise they're sort of. I call it hyper pumped. It's like when my son gets too much energy and he's like, whoa, just running around the house. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. That's why we take him out. Right, we have to just wear him down, otherwise he's just like a squirrel on speed. He just doesn't
like a
stop.
dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely,
we have to take him out and just like, you know. But he gets like that fairly frequently. So if I give him sweets in the morning, his teachers would have a nightmare. He's sprinting up to school. And then in the evening it's the same thing. You got to just like calm them down, so pumping them full of sweets. But yeah, they start the whole negotiation thing. So like, can I have one sweet? Yeah, can I have one sweet? Okay, so what is one sweet? No, they'll have Kit Kats in there, right? So you're just like, all right, well, I guess you could have, and they'll be the double finger Kit Kats. So you're like, okay. But then they'll be like, oh yeah, but Dad, if I eat these this whole pack of Haribos, that's the same size as a Kit Kat. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not.
Brilliant.
And then
it's kid logic.
Yeah.
Kid logic is brilliant, isn't it? When you know it's wrong, and then bless them, they're still trying to somehow reason.
And then the weeks building up to it, they've been little, not arseholes in the traditional sense, but kids don't listen and stuff like that, right? But then we've got this thing in our house. It's called Nice Things for Nice Things, right? So when they do well at school and when they do well at their sports clubs or whatever they're doing, if they achieve a thing like a little certificate or something, they always get something to say well done. Like we're taking my son to the toy shop, and my daughter wants a little bit of jewellery, something like that. Just something small,
really nice,
to just continue the encouragement, because
of course
it's one thing to give them a pat on the back, but when they've got something substantial that they can hold, they got it right. So then you get all the Dad, if I do the dishwasher tonight, can I have an extra 2 sweets? You're just
wow,
right,
it works.
It goes like this, it's like this. So it's just a never-ending negotiation until they burn through those sweets.
Brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant, honestly. I could just imagine like your kid coming up with I'm a bit peckish. How can I get a sweet off Dad? How can I get this? How can I get that bloody stash? I need to get to that bloody stash. Do you keep it in a place where they can't get it, or is it like trusted? You got it in a place where it's accessible to everyone?
They can. No, it's in a place they can get to, and I do trust them. Okay. And to be fair, they don't muck about, because which is good. I don't know if it's luck or whatever, but they can be trusted, so that's a good thing. But yeah.
See, for me, if I was in that position, right, and I was feeling a bit cheeky, I'd start getting nervous about the evidence. Right, where the hell do I hide this wrapper? You'd have to be very creative, right? Like, it can't go in the bin. Someone's got mum, dad got his TVs. Where the hell do I put this? And I'll start thinking of like being creative. I'll tell you a funny story about my cousin, right? So speaking about kids, right? He when he used to eat dinner, he just hated eating dinner. Like if he's playing, he does not want to stop playing, right? He just wants to play all the time. So if his mum and dad shout at him and say, right, come down for dinner, he hated it. He's like, oh, damn it, I have to pause my bloody playing for like 20 minutes just to bloody eat. Oh, God. So he would run downstairs, right, and his mum and dad would put his food in, and the minute they step away from him, like into the kitchen to get something, he would grab a handful of food and he would put it in a tissue, right? And this is going to sound super weird, but in the corner of their room, they had a TV, right? They had a corner TV stand with a TV on top. So as you can imagine, right, with a corner stand, there is a gap right in the corner of the room. So, you've got the TV stand and it cuts off, and then it's on the walls, right? There's a little gap. What he used to do was he would get the food, put it in a tissue and then throw it right behind the TV, and it would land at the back of the floor of the corner cupboard. Now he knew, right? This is clever. He knew that no one was going to bloody move that cupboard, right? Because it's too heavy and it's inaccessible. So he got away with it scot-free for like a long time. He wouldn't do it every day. Well, not every day. He would do it at least like, I don't know, once a week, once a week, once every 2 weeks or so. Like whenever he didn't like the food that they were eating, they just, you know, my aunt and uncle, they just thought like, bloody hell, he ate fast today. And it was just literally him saying, I'm not hungry. I'm just literally going to get this food, throw it away, and I'm going to go back to playing with my toys. So what happened was, like a year later, he did this for a whole year, by the way. So weird smells coming in that room. No one could pinpoint where the smell was coming from. So my aunt, right, she said, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I need to strip this whole room and clean it, right? So that she cleaned everything, started from the other side of the room, got to the TV. She asked my uncle to move the TV and the TV stand. Could you just imagine what was behind that fucking cupboard? A year worth of food, mate. And I'm talking meat, I'm talking like, you know, wheat, I'm talking rice, I'm talking everything, mate. Can you imagine? Like, I'm just like, you know, I'm just astonished basically that they didn't find it sooner. But it would always happen in like the summertime. It was so weird. Like they could smell it more in the summertime. They couldn't smell it as much as the winter, but they could smell it in the summertime. Yeah, but oh my god, he got in so much trouble, because they knew there was only one culprit. His brother and sister were way too old to be doing stuff like that. They're in their 20s, and he's still a kid. Oh mate, I don't know. I forgot what his punishment was, but it was like literally grounded for like a month. You can't play with any of your toys and all that kind of stuff. And he had to help clean, which was terrible. But yeah, that just that just reminded me like of what kids would do.
He got rumbled.
Absolutely got rumbled.
Speaking of that, actually, when we first moved into this place, they had a built-in wardrobe in the bedroom. Okay, and just to the corner of it, there was kind of like this triangle shape, I guess, where just kind of the wardrobe edges met. So it's kind of an L shape built-in wardrobe. Right, okay,
yeah.
And when I moved in, I was just like, that's got to go. It's just taking up too much room. So I'd stripped the whole thing out. Yeah, and behind there was a croc, one sock, and a pair of pants. I was just, yeah, but there were no gaps in this wardrobe or anything. So they'd been.
How the hell did I get there?
Yeah, but it was just weird. So they must have moved out one croc. Obviously, the socks, and people lose socks all the time. And a pair of pants. I was just like, what is going?
Oh, I was scratching their head. Where the hell is that croc gone? Yeah. I've got one.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
We'll have to talk about DIY at some point, because the stuff that I found in this house, it's so unbelievable,
mate. 100% we'll do that. Absolutely, yeah. I've got a few moments which is actually quite funny. There was one moment where I remember I was asking my dad to drill a hole because I wanted the broadband to be, do you know the actual switch for the phone, right? Where the phone box plugs in when it comes into the house. I wanted that moved to another room, so we done that. So I don't know why. Me and my dad both literally messed this one up. So I asked my dad to drill the hole. He's drilling the hole, and I'm on the other side, and I'm like, Dad, I can't see it. He goes, what do you mean? I said, Dad, it's not on this edge yet, right? And he goes, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay. So he drilled even further. At this point, mate, he's got a drill bit that's like 30 centimeters long, and the wall is only 10 kind of centimeters thick, right? And he's thinking, okay, so I've done 15. I'll go 20 centimeters in. Let's see if you can see. I'm like, Dad, I can't see the drill. He goes, it's gone right through. What do you mean? I'm like, Dad, I can't see it. What happened was we completely miscalculated our bloody wall and where it's meant to come out. It ended up coming out into our porch. Like, just... like, it was meant to be in our front room, go across the wall, right? It ended up being in the porch area instead of the actual wall. So we've completely like miscalculated like the actual wall itself and where it ends and where it starts. And that's just one DIY mishap me and my dad have had. But we're doing a whole episode. That'd be really funny on it.
Yeah, I got some funny stories about my dad as well. He's had some classics.
Oh man, it's like that only Fools and Horses moment where they're getting the chandelier down. Yeah, we've definitely had some of those moments as well, mate. Honestly, it's just been bloody funny. Ah, fantastic. No, we're definitely doing an episode on that, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that reminds me, actually. Do you remember the other week you pointed it out to me, people going to school in their pyjamas?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Now, I'd seen it before, but I don't think I'd noticed it this year. And ever since you said that, I've now clocked a woman at my son's school in her pajamas. So the proper fluffy slippers, yeah.
I can see it now.
Yeah,
I can see it now. Absolutely.
The robe and everything, right?
Yeah.
And like we were saying, how easy is it to get dressed?
That's right.
Versus going there in your pajamas, right?
That's right, yeah.
But a couple of days ago we went and it was properly pissing it down with rain.
Okay.
This woman was in her pajamas.
That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense, mate, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So she was in her pajamas, but she was properly soaked. So soaked. Yeah. So either she's going to get back into her car completely soaked, but then I thought, when she gets home,
what the hell she's going to wear?
Yeah, is she going to get
She's
dressed?
She's going to get ready.
Day?
She's going to get dressed. Oh, it makes no sense, guys. See what I mean? Oh, spot on. That makes no fucking sense. Oh my god. So you could have literally have got changed. You could have taken off your pajamas, got changed, gone out, got soaked, come back, put your pajamas back on. But no, lady. Now you're going to go out, get soaked in your pajamas, and you're going to come home to get changed, get dressed. Like, oh, fuck's sake, man.
But also,
no sense.
But also, the getting dressed part, you would have put on a coat, and your coat would have protected you a bit from the rain.
Right.
But she was wearing a proper robe, like pajama robe as well. So
super robe, it'll protect you from the water.
I just didn't get it at all. But yeah, it just reminded me because we were talking about it.
Oh, mate. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It must be the thing that's in. I don't know, man. It's so weird. Like, literally. Okay, look, I've even seen people, right? I'm not talking ladies, I'm talking like men and ladies. Okay, if they still got their pajamas on underneath, they'll still wear a coat over the top, right? Okay, yeah. I get that. You didn't have time to change, but at least you're prepared. But this one's gone out just in a robe and pajamas, like straight up in the rain. It makes no sense. Doesn't make sense, mate.
Do you know what I've not seen as well? And it must exist, but I've not seen blokes in pajamas.
No, I've never seen it at all.
Seen lots of women, right? I've never seen the blokes in the little two-piece little, you know. I don't even think men wear that anymore. I don't know.
At worst, I've seen men in tracksuits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. That's what it's meant to be worn for. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Never in pajamas. I've never seen like someone dressed like bananas in pajamas in their blue striped pajamas, bloody walking out.
Bananas in pajamas. Oh, that's a blast from the past.
Absolutely, mate. I've never seen like anyone like a man walk out with like in their pajamas, taking little Timmy to school and dropping him outside. Like not even in the car, just actually getting out of the car and dropping to the gate.
I know. It just it's funny.
God.
Speaking of dropping little Timmy at school, I think you'd like this one. So I walk my son to school every day, or pretty much every day, and there's another lady that lives a bit further on from us. Okay, and she has a daughter and a boy. Right. The daughter's fine, but every morning this kid is kicking and screaming, I don't want to go to school, no. I hate school, you're not my mum. All this stuff, my God. Right? Every morning, to the point where my son calls him the fun sucker, i.e. he sucks all the fun out of everything, right? That's the nickname he's been given. Right?
Kids have the creative names, I swear.
I know. But
this so good.
Right.
That is so good. Oh shit. Oh.
But it's so bad. Like you can hear this kid screaming before you turn the corner, and it's every morning relentless. This poor mum. Well, I say poor mum. I don't know if it's a kind of part of her giving into this kid, but every morning. But what usually happens is we leave a bit after this woman, so she's quite far down the road, but this kid dragging his heels, kicking and screaming. We catch up. Okay,
100%,
so I think it was last week or the week before we were catching up, and this is the best line I've ever heard. He was doing the usual thing. I don't want to go. No, it was about his scooter. I want my scooter. I need my scooter because she used to pull him along on the scooter to school.
Yeah, I see that a lot as well. I see that a lot. Yeah.
And she was like, no, you can't have it and stuff. And his line was, if you don't give me my scooter, I'm going to get naked. Right? Right? But he screamed it at the top of his voice, right? Just as I was walking past this woman.
I would lose my shit, son. Oh my God.
I walked past this woman and just I couldn't not look at her, right? She was one upset and embarrassed at the same time.
The poor mum. What do you do, man? What do you do in that position?
I started laughing as I was walking past. Even my son was laughing, right?
Bloody fun suckers going naked again. Jeez.
Right.
Dad,
And
get a load of this shit.
I couldn't help myself. I said to my son, listen, you can try it if you want to one day, but it ain't going to happen. And he
It's
went,
not gonna happen,
no.
Good.
But
Good.
the thing that made me laugh, I was thinking about it all the way home. And at some point, he must have done that before and got away with it. So
That's
she must
right.
have given into it. So I was just like, oh, well, maybe they were in Tesco's or something. It's like, I want a curly
Where did
whirly.
this happen?
You
I
can't have a
think-
curly whirly. No, I want the curly whirly. Look, you're not having the curly whirly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're going to see my balls.
Yeah.
Right, he must have got away.
I think it's a foolproof method. Right, sorry. Right, imagine
know.
this, right? Okay, right, imagine this. You and your missus are going to Tesco, right? You really want oranges.
curly whirly.
Your missus says, you're not getting oranges. Right, I'm getting naked. You're going to win that. She's going to be like, fine, you can have oranges. Just keep your trousers on, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God. And that's, yeah, you're right. So he must have tried it once, and it worked.
And it
now
worked.
that is his go-to
Yep.
move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
When he's finished screaming and kicking, telling her she's not his mum and all this stuff. It's like, right,
You're not my
that's it.
mum.
I'm,
Oh, my God.
I'm at the last resort now.
Yeah.
I'm getting naked.
That's it. Yeah, that is his go-to move when all else fails. There's going to be a time when his mum says, "Okay, go on then." And what's going to happen then? What is going to happen?
You've got to call
then?
his bluff. You've got to
That's
call his
it.
bluff.
He's lost his wild card. He's lost
Yep.
it forever. Do you know what I mean? Oh,
Funny
shit.
thing is, though, if he plays it right and just does it once, he holds all the cards then.
He's got to be
It's just
tactical.
like,
He has to
right,
be tactical. This
yeah,
can't be
yeah.
a card he pulls every time, because there will be a time when his mum snaps back. Imagine she goes, "Okay, so will I then."
Oh my goodness. Or maybe that's
No one wins.
maybe that's where he got it from.
Oh, bloody hell, she's speaking to the husband. I want these pair of shoes.
Yeah.
No, sorry, darling, they're too expensive. You can't. I'll get naked then.
Then I'm getting naked.
Okay, darling, you can have the shoes. You can have the
There
shoes.
she is in H. Samuels, semi-naked in the corner.
She's in clocks. Stripper music comes on in the background.
Sir, is your wife all right? I remember her wearing a bit more when she came in.
She's just having a bad day, mate. She's having a bad day. I'll take the size 5s, please.
Don't we all get naked when we have bad days?
Trying to put it down. This is normal. Yeah, she's feeling a bit hot, mate. She's feeling a bit hot. Oh, bloody hell. That's great. That's a great story, Si. Jesus, man. Do you know what does your son think of this? Because this is brilliant, right? I can imagine, I know exactly what you're thinking, right? This is brilliant, because obviously you're telling me. What does then your son? Obviously, your son's penned that fantastic nickname for him anyway. Does he ever ask you questions like, "Dad, that's fucking stupid"?
Well, it's funny because he really does come at it from a practical perspective.
Yeah,
as he said,
that's great. That's great.
because I
yeah.
was laughing and he was smiling because we couldn't
Right.
not hear this.
Yeah, of
and I
course,
obviously
man,
made
yeah.
a passing comment to him, just saying, that's not something you would do, is it? And he was just laughing, and he turned around and said, "Oh yeah, but I'll get a cold bum today." And I was thinking, he's got a point. If you're going to pull that, at least do it on a hot day.
Your son has some great one-liners, I swear to God, mate. If he's not a stand-up comic, I don't know what he's going to do when he goes. Do you know what it is? The thing is, right, it's a reality that you need kids like Funsucker, right, to give you examples of how not to be. So he's a living example to your son of how not to be. Those in life, right, you need obviously the people to role models, so you can set, you can actually look up to them and do, kind of follow their footsteps. But you also need those people that are complete fuck ups that give you an example how not to be as well. They're just as valuable. So. Oh, bloody hell.
They are, because you can gain so much value and knowledge by looking at people. I don't know what you would call it. Just not making good choices.
That's it. Yeah, just really bad choices in life. Bloody hell. Continuously. So not just the one, just continuous bad choices.
So now I can't wait to walk. So, like I say, I see this woman and their kids pretty much every day because we walk the same route. We leave about the same time. I just cannot wait for the next things he comes out with.
It's got to be creative, isn't it? Yeah, it's not. It can't be a one-trick pony. Way.
Yeah, maybe that's how we find these people. Maybe he goes, I want to get naked. She's got, right, I know the right people to sign you up with.
Interestingly, yes. I saw something on YouTube the other day. You might be perfect at
I was listening to these two idiots on a podcast, right? And I've got this great idea.
It's like, ding, light bulb moment. No, it's just like, yeah, he has to be careful because if he plays that card too much, then it's going to get ineffective. So, yeah, you might have to think of something new.
Or maybe he just needs to level up each time he says something, so it's not just the nakedness. Maybe he just needs. I don't know what the next step is. Really,
it can get dangerous. Yeah, that can get. I mean, you can only do this as a kid. The minute he starts turning into a man, you can't do it anymore. He'll be responsible for his actions. When you're 6, 7, you can get away with it. After that, you hit 10, 11, mate, you're on your own. Oh.
If you don't give me that pay rise, I'm getting naked.
I'm getting naked. Oh, shit. The kids are genius. The kids are absolute genius. Oh, my God. Brilliant stuff, mate. So that's a great story, man. Honestly, fantastic. Yeah, that's a great story. Bloody hell! I just can't, the thing is, I do see it, right. When I go shopping, obviously I'm not a parent yet, but when I do go shopping, I do feel sorry for some parents when their kids are just being absolute arseholes. You know what I mean? It's just like, right, Tesco, I don't know, Next, you know, any kind of like store you go to. Obviously, a kid's going to be looking at toys or something they want, and that's it. They're going to throw a tantrum, and I don't know what I'd do in that situation. But you might have already been in that situation when your kids were young. We might not have. You know, you might be luckily not to be in that situation. But it's just, I look at the parent and I'm so embarrassed for them, and they're embarrassed themselves. But some are right at the end of their tether where they don't care, and it's just like, damn, like, what do you do now? Do you know what I mean? What do you do? Do you give in, or do you just ignore the kid, let him cry it out, and then get him back in the car and go home?
My kid's very young age, I stamped it out as quick as I could.
That's the most important thing.
And I called their bluff straight away. So the story that springs to mind was my daughter. She was very young at the time. And every morning, she had to get up and just get dressed. Okay, that's sort of the only thing she had to do. We'd sorted out the lunches and everything else, and I would drive her to school. We lived somewhere else at that point. And I remember she went through a phase. It didn't last very long, but she went through a phase of just refusing to get dressed in the morning, right? So there's me trying to get ready for work, getting stressed out because you have to be there, you know, you have to leave before the traffic and all that other nonsense, right? And anyway, so one of this morning, you know, running out of time, she's there just in a knickers or whatever. And I was just like, you have to go and get dressed. No, you have to get dressed. No, okay, we'll go now then. And I sort of got her hand and then went to open the door, and the look on her face, she just literally ran upstairs. Now, obviously, I would have never have left the house or done anything like that, but called her bluff.
And then stamp it out. Stamp it out early.
Exactly.
Any advice, stamp it out early. 100% spot on.
And then, we had this one in, it was Toys R Us when that was still a thing. Yeah. And again, it was my daughter.
R.I.P. Toys R Us.
Yeah, I know.
I used to love it as a kid. I'm not going to lie. Like, my parents would, oh man, when I was a kid, I would, I'd know they'd take me to Toys R Us, right? They would tell me, you know, I would run in, and the first thing I would do was just start playing on the consoles straight away. I didn't care about anything else. I'll start playing on the consoles.
Well, it was sort of broken into sections. So you had the bit where they had all the bikes and go-karts, and obviously all the kids were on them just using it as a race course.
That's right.
I don't know if they sold any bikes.
No, it's just like literally for use. You know, it's like Boris bike.
Yeah, exactly.
Just run in there. Just use it as much as you want.
They might as well have just penned them in and charged like £1 a go or something. They would have made more money.
They would have made so much more money.
Exactly. They're trying to sell the bloody things. Just let them go. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes a lot of sense to just bloody rent them out, because otherwise you've got kids in there acting like Goldilocks, you know what I mean? I want to try that bike. No, I want to try that bike. I want to try that bike. It would have made a lot more money actually bloody renting those bikes out rather than having them on display where kids just going crazy, smashing into everything, the board games, the parents, and no care for what's you know what I mean? It's a lawsuit waiting to happen. That's probably why they shut down.
happy memories from that shop. Every kid loved the Toys R Us, you know.
I remember the adverts as well. Like as a kid, so nostalgic. I still remember the advert like quite vividly to this day when you got little car driving on a little road, and then over the hill you got the Toys R Us, and then Toys R Us, the little
yeah.
little giraffe. Oh, that was the mascot.
There used to be a big one over, I think it was in Woking. Whenever we used to see my grandparents, because they had the big sign up there, whenever we drove past, I was like, oh yeah, you know, we'll go there at some point on my birthday or something. Yeah. Great shop.
It was really fun. It was really good. You know what it is? I remember just as a kid, like my parents would absolutely. So when I was good, right, and I was good most of the time, but when I was really good, they'd go out and they knew I loved like games. So I wasn't actually a kid that got like, do you know, my consoles. Like I got a Nintendo, not a Super Nintendo. I got a Nintendo when I was like 5. And by that point, Super Nintendo was out. So, you know what I mean? I was already one console generation behind.
Yeah.
So I stayed with that. And it was only when I got a bit older when I started asking for, like, you know, kind of newer consoles. But my parents would suck at buying presents and not letting me know. So they would take me to... I remember they took me to Toys R Us when I was like 8. And I wanted the N64. So they asked me which one I wanted. And sent me away, bought it, and then called me back, and then it made me help them put it in the boot. And I was like,
what?
I was like, oh, I got this Nintendo. That's amazing. They're like, oh shit, and then basically brought it back. As an idiot, right? As you're a kid, like you just can't wait till Christmas. This is like 1 week before Christmas. I'm pretty sure my mum and dad probably would have wanted like it to be from Santa, whatever. But I just like an idiot, right? So I'd come home from school, I would just sit there with a box, like just opening the box, reading the bloody back of the games. Like they bought me a few games. I'm reading like GoldenEye. I'm reading the back 3 times over, just imagining myself play it. Like, oh my god, so stupid. But yeah, no, that's what Toys R Us was for me, man. It just meant like something good was going to happen. Every time I went there, something good was going to happen.
It was, wasn't it? And it was one place, as soon as you walked in, you're like, this is fantastic. It's funny you mentioned Christmas, actually. I must have been really, really young. Really young. And I found my parents' Christmas stash. Christmas present stash, sorry. Okay. Right. Then there was one massive box that sort of had my name in it. I sort of picked out the corner a little bit. And it was a big Optimus Prime. I think I still kept it. It must be in the loft somewhere, right?
Oh mate, that's worth a lot, man.
Oh yeah, but it's all unpacked and stuff, and like heavy play and stuff. But yeah. The most excited I think I've ever been about any present ever. Like even today, you know, like that's even as an adult, when I know I can buy my own stuff and get, that's right, within my means, relatively good stuff. But so excited about this.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like that feeling, right? Obviously, kind of spoiled the fact that you were going to get that, but the fact that you knew you were going to get it. Yeah. Oh my word, that feeling as a kid, that nostalgia, that happiness. Oh, you can't beat it. Like it was so happy. It was like such a happy time. You still remember it as an adult all these years. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's what we got to think about. You know, when we're buying presents for kids nowadays, like they're so lucky that we're probably much better at hiding gifts than we are parents.
Yeah, I learned all the lessons. It's funny you mentioned about the nostalgia. I was thinking about this the other day, right? So when we grew up, I know you were talking about games and stuff, but when we grew up, a lot of the things you had were physical things, and they meant more, right? So
I had a lot as well, to be fair. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
They were toys, physical things, or like you were saying, okay, it was a console, but it wasn't you just downloaded a game. You had to go to the shop, buy the game, look at it, look at the reviews, make sure it was one, because you couldn't afford all the console, exactly.
Absolutely. The console was the pinnacle present, right? But like before that, I had so many physical toys as a kid. And they were great. They were so good. Like it's not like toys nowadays where kids will, because everything's kind of like digitalized now, right? So kids are more on downloading the app, which is free, but then the little extras you got to pay for. Do you know what I mean? Little things like that. Whereas back in the day, whatever you buy, that's a complete package right there and then. So physical. I had some great toys when I was a kid, man. Honestly, like some physical toys. Like just thinking back, and I remember like about 10 years ago, we were doing a clear out in the loft, and a lot of my toys went up there. The amount of nostalgia that hit me with every box I picked up and had a look in there, I was like, oh my god, I spent hours playing this. Yeah, I spent hours playing with that. I found my collection of Pogs.
Oh, I remember, the little round disc things. Yeah.
I had an amazing collection of Pogs. I forgot about it, like completely out of my, completely went out of my mind and my memory. Like honestly, when I picked up, I must have had like 300 Pogs with some slammers.
Yeah.
Like all that nostalgia came flying back. But again, I think this is a good episode for a good idea for an episode for a future episode actually. Things that toys compared to back in the days compared to
We
now.
should definitely do that. But the thing that I have is the same as you. You pick something up, the nostalgia kicks in because it was so unique to its time. Even now, when you watch when I watch the original Star Wars, like if I watch them as an adult now, I don't think I'd think much of them because I've seen so much other stuff. I think it wouldn't stand out. But because they were so revolutionary at the time, when I first watched them as a kid, I was like, this is unbelievable. There's really nothing like this, and you kind of get hooked into it. And I don't know if my kids are going to have anything like that because everything's just sort of churned out, generic and stuff. And I don't think they're going to look back when they're roughly our age and go to their mates, "Oh, do you remember this?" It will be a memory. I don't think you'll get that feeling. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
It's hard to say, right? But it is a high possibility that is probably true. To be fair, it is a shame. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. That feeling that you're just talking about, I kind of had that like last week actually. So I think I was bored and I went on Netflix and I had like 2 hours spare. Okay, let me just watch a movie. Went to my watch list and I ended up finding a film that I watched kind of regularly as a kid. Like it was unbelievable nostalgia, right? And I must have been about 7, 8, 9 years old when I used to watch this. I had it on cassette. And it's that great child's film called Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh yeah,
starring Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
So I was 7, 8 years old, and just because I had it on VHS, I would put that film in regularly and watch it as a 7, 8-year-old.
Great film.
And it's got swearing, it's got shooting, it's got everything you want a 7-year-old to watch. To be fair, it was quite bad, but it was like I just loved it. Honestly, I didn't care about the swearing. My mum and dad would walk in, I'd press pause because it was definitely my dad's. It was definitely my dad's videotape, but he'd just come in, see me watching it, but I'd press pause as soon as they come in and wait for them to leave. Then I'd press it again, press play. It's got so much swearing, so much shooting in there. It's talking about drugs. It's talking like honestly something that a 7-year-old should never watch. But when I watched it last week, the nostalgia just hit me. Like honestly, I must have watched this movie about 100 times. And I haven't watched it for like 25, maybe 30 years. You know what I mean? Like 20, 28 years. As soon as I turned it on, boom. I remember everything. The music, the visuals, like Axel Foley, Eddie Murphy. It was just unbelievable. But like I said, I hope our kids like in the future have that nostalgia when they look back at the things that they see.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe they will. I don't know. But I think that nostalgia comes back from you have one thing and you stick to that one thing for such a long time that it builds up that nostalgia. Like I say, when it was me and the Optimus Prime and you and this film, but I don't think you'd have that same connection if you'd watched it once or twice. You'd be like, you'd remember it, but it wouldn't. I don't know if it'd take you back, and that's what my lot have. They just watch Netflix and there's a million things to choose from and they can watch one thing and never have to go back to it for literally years because there's so much content there.
I think accessibility has changed. You know what I mean? I think when we were kids, like when you got something, and it wasn't very regular. It was because of I don't know, like hard. I don't know what you want to say. Like it was a bit of a reward. Maybe it was hard work. Obviously, that's not the case for everyone, but certainly in my case, it was like literally a result of me doing something good. I would get something. Whereas I think nowadays it's probably a little bit more easier, and that's not to say it's because of like risk and reward and all that kind of stuff. It's because I think it's like I said before, everything is digitalized, so you can, if your kid wants like a skin for something on Fortnite, for example, like, do you know what I mean? They'll ask, Dad, can I get this? It'll cost you like £2, and you'll be like, oh, okay, cool, get it. Or like £10. I need to bloody buy something on the store or the app store or something like that. It's different, isn't it? It's so much more different compared to what we were like.
Yeah, and I get that it's a bit more wasteful to have to make things all the time, but I definitely prefer something you can touch and like there's something to it, like the old cassettes for like VHS cassettes and stuff like that. Obviously I got rid of a bunch of those. I think I mentioned this last time. I got a few kicking around here, but I've never watched them again. But I just put them on a shelf one day as a little.
My wife is actually, what, that's a good point, because my wife she keeps giving me shit about like a drawer I've got, right, and it's full of DVDs. So back in like 2006, 2007, I'd go shopping with my family every week, right? We'd go to Asda. I'd go down the DVD aisle and I would buy a new DVD every week. And I must have done that for 2 years. So I've got about 100 DVDs, right? New film every single week. I'd come home Friday night, chuck on the DVD, watch a film. Before Netflix, before all this kind of stuff, right? And now, they're just sitting there in the drawer, and my wife's like, get rid of them. Fucking throw them out. They're taking up space, and I don't have the heart to throw them away. Yeah. Even though I'm not going to watch them anymore. I'm never going to watch them. Everything is available digital in higher quality. Right? You could, if I got the DVD, put the DVD into my Xbox and watch it on TV. It's decent quality. If I go on Netflix and watch it, it's HD. It's like Blu-ray quality, 4K. So what do? I don't have the heart to throw them away. So what the hell do I do?
It's funny you should say that, because my recent thing is the CEX computer exchange shops. So it's £1 a DVD in there. All right, and I've gone back to buying what I consider like some of the classics. Like, do you remember Hot Shots? Yeah. Do you remember that? Yep. Picked that up the other day. It's like a £1 double movie set. And I was just like, I'm going to sit down and watch that. I could probably find it for free on the internet, but I just like,
absolutely,
like a thing, stick it in the DVD player, job done.
This is it. It's changed. It's all changed, mate. Society, life's changed. It's all like accessibility now. You can have it at your fingertips on your remote control nowadays. Ask Google to search up on Google. Will give you like 5-6 different ways you can download it and watch it straight away, instantly. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to wait to get up off your sofa, locate the DVD, put it in the DVD player, press play, sit down. You don't have to do that anymore. Yeah. That's where life's
we'll follow up. But no, just to finish off the story about my daughter and the old nipping in the bud, them kicking off thing. And sure. She was after some game or other. Like I say, she was very young and she was kicking off about it and stuff. So I did the thing. I literally picked her up, because at that point we'd introduced the nice things for nice things rule, right? So she wanted this game, and they're not cheap. I think it was for one of it's like 25-30 quid, something like that. But obviously, for a kid, it's a lot of money to just
It's a lot of money.
So we're like, you need to earn it and stuff. And she was having a little challenge. So I literally picked her up, put her on my shoulder, and walked out. Then she was screaming all the way through the shop, all the way to the car park. We're at the because. By that point, I was just like, look, we should probably go now. My missus was like getting the ticket machine, and she was on my shoulder, so my daughter's head was facing behind me. So there was a queue of people behind me while we were at the ticket machine. She's like, it didn't bother me. I just thought it was funny. But I turned around and the people behind me had like a stereo scream. My daughter turned around. But I think she quickly learned that you don't get it through just screaming. So from that point on, she just wasn't interested in screaming.
I'll have to take notes, mate. I'll have to take notes, because I can't think of anything worse than having a screaming child just
You'll have it once and twice
in a public place.
That's it. Yeah,
nip it in the bud. Got to nip it in the bud, mate. Yeah, absolutely. And no threats to get naked.
If your missus hasn't heard this episode, or you talking about this, next time you're in Sainsbury's or Tesco or whatever, and you're like, I think I should get that, and she tries to talk you out of it, just say, well, I'm getting naked then. Just say it straight and just see what her reaction is going to be.
100%, absolutely, yeah. I'm going to say, look, I want that new FIFA. No, it's too expensive, but right, I'm going to get naked. Start off with the small things. Hat, shoes, hoodie. She'll see I'm
make
serious.
Sure you're wearing a lot of layers, because she might not give in.
Exactly. Or I might lie down and start like on my back and just start screaming. See which one. Oh shit! There you go. Should we call it a day?
Yep.
Brilliant. All right, no worries. Okay, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to us this week. From myself and Si, thank you so much for listening to the JTS 51 podcast, and we'll definitely catch you again next week.
Take care. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you for listening to the JTS 51 podcast. For more epic content, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future episodes.